to all. Um, for this activity, I translate a story my daughter wrote for school assignment. She is 11 years old. The story is uh, titled "The Girl Who Could Not Go Out." Um, the girl who could not go out. Uh, this is the story of a girl named Linai who was uh, unable to leave her house because her parents were afraid of being hurt by uh, nearby evil forest creatures. Camila, mother of Linai, in her youth had a very traumatic experience because she was almost eaten by one of the creatures. Um, if it were not for Linai's father Samuel saving her by killing the creature, she would be dead. Um, However, one day the parents told her that they had to go to town to buy the market of the month just on the day of her birthday. She was a little sad because until then her parents had not congratulated her and she would have to stay alone at home, waiting for them to return for their errands. Suddenly, she saw on her cell phone a message with a virtual gift for her friend Nicholas, which made her happy. He commented in his message that he could not go congratulate her uh, because he had to go give the medicine to his grandmother who was extremely sick. Linai, regardless of not seeing her friend at the time, felt that at least she had someone who was interested in her special date. When opening the virtual gift, she was a message, "Happy birthday, with love, Nicholas." Excited, uh, she calls Nicholas at accompanying her to walk in the park, taking advantage of the fact that her parents uh, had left once he finished the housework. Of course, he answered. She recommended that he not take her near the forest because he was uh, terrified uh, by the idea of encountering some creature that could harm him. They meet in the backyard of Nicholas' house. Once they meet, they went for a walk until they reached the school where Nicholas was going to study. He realizes that Lina was crying because she had never come so far from her house. to which he replied, "Not the star crayon, because if something happened to her, uh, he will be attentive to save her." That phrase uh, was a reassuring message for her, and she decided to continue the adventure with her friend. After a few minutes, uh, on their walk along the red trail, they had an unexpected encounter with fairies. Surprised, the children asked, "Who are you?" They did not listen because they were organizing uh, their picnic. Seeing that they were not paying attention, uh, that them, Linai and Nicholas should silence, to which they replied, "Why are they keeping us cute?" When the children had the fair's full attention, they were asked the location as they were lost and could not find a way to return home. Also, they were very hungry and had nothing to eat. Meanwhile, Lina's parents returned from shopping and realized that their daughter was not home. They were very scared because they threw something bad had happened to her, and they immediately called the police to find her. In return, Lina was picnicking with Nicholas and her new friends, the fairies. They shared a pleasant moment and commented that they come from a town called Veracruz. They had never heard of the Lost Meadow, the place where they were on were fairs. His new friends told them that long ago that meadow was famous, but when an accident happened, the name of the meadow was never heard again. Linnea and Nicholas were curious to know what had happened, so the fairs mentioned that a long time ago, a young woman who was uh, being strawberries in that place was attacked by the evil creature from the forest, and that a young boy saved her killing the evil creature. The young woman fell madly in love with a saber Nick, who decided to join in the marriage. Uh, Intrigued, Linai wanted to know more about the history and asked if the fairs knew that the names of those young lovers. The fairies, seeing such interest, continue with the story. Um, Mentioned that the young woman was named Camila, who was the daughter of some kings while the young man was a very humble uh, peasant, peasant named Samuel. Further, furthermore, they mentioned that once they got married, they disparate completely and her never heard from again. Later, uh, later, rumors reached the lost meadow that those in the love had because little princess named Linai. This information come as a great surprise to Linai, who didn't understand we the parents had hidden that is, history from her. From their part, the fairies didn't know the names of the children since it was never a topic of conversation during the picnic. Suddenly, one of the fairies asked for the names of the children, for which each one replied, "My name is Nicholas. I am 12 years old and I live in the bakery. My name is Linai. I just turned 12 years old and I live in a big house." Everyone was surprised in the fairies showed at the four winds that the kings and returned. Sometime later, the police arrived with Linai's parade and handcuffed the fairies because they thought that they had kidnapped them. By Linai clarified everything and they were released. Excited, Linai asked her parents because um, her past, and they said the same thing that first had already told her during the picnic. It was immediately known from the meadow that the kings had returned, and they all knelt as a gesture of respect. Sometime later, the kings returned to the castle and let Linai go out to play without fear. Unlike old tales, they lived happy forever. Um, Thank you very much for attention. Bye bye.